here's your host, Edward Fowler.
Good evening and welcome to the show here on this lovely Thursday evening here in Manchester. It wasn't lovely earlier, of course, because it was very wet and miserable, but I'm hoping where my guest is tonight is a lot better weather and a lot better atmosphere where he is, and hopefully much calmer seasons over there where my guest is joining us from. But before we get into this episode, I just want to mention that over the past few episodes or even months and years, if you're a regular or a new viewer, then you probably know that this show is very much off the cuff conversation, and we don't ask you the same questions you get asked on other shows or podcasts you do, or talk shows. I try to bring different angles and different perspectives, and so some people might think, oh, you should be asking that, and some people are like, yes, you should ask that. So either way, we win. But it's a pleasure to have on this great singer who I've been pestered to have on the show, not by my guest personally, but people on his behalf, to have him on my show in the past few months. But I've been quite busy with other guests on the show, but today was the day where I thought, you know what, I've had enough being pestered, so let's do it, let's get out of the way. So please welcome to the show, and I might pronounce your name incorrectly, and I do apologize sincerely. It's not intentional. It's quite unique, and you can correct me, but please welcome Roon Staal.
Very nice to be here. And well, the weather was a bit better today, but we had some rain also, and but you know, we are enjoying a very nice summer here in Holland, so we're fine. You can call me Roon, you can call me Roon, I call me whatever. It's the two O's that are a bit complicated, right?
Yes, but it's good, it's unique. I suppose I don't think you could be the only person on the planet called that, which is good. Yeah, it's very unique, very creative from you. So you know, you're the one and only, to my knowledge.
That's what I'm an artist for.
Yes, exactly. You're coming up with new ideas and creativity all the time, which we like. Because I have no talents while you do.
Well, is that so?
Well, if not, I'm in the wrong place. Cause I haven't found something I've mastered yet.
Yeah, well, I do love creating, you know, just like my new single now. Yeah, I do like to try new stuff. Like the B side of my new single is actually a song where I mix the Dutch language with, surprisingly enough, Russian language.
Oh, right.
And so yeah, I like to look for new ways and to surprise people.
Yeah, well, you'd definitely be surprising me, for sure. When we look forward to that, of course, we'll get into all that because I'm going to show you a graphic here. So we've got your new single coming out on September the 1st, which you can still pre-order right now. But tell us about this, because you mentioning it, that is different from your usual type of music you release.
Yeah, we do release a lot of English songs. Like lately, I have been the latest album I've been releasing. I have been cooperating with a producer from Hollywood, from Warrior Records, Jim Irvin, and I really enjoyed working at that album, which title is "Everybody's Talking," and it refers to that one famous song of Harry Nilsson. Jim made a wonderful arrangement to it. So we are actually at the moment promoting this album. You can find it anywhere online. But in the meantime, I've been working at a Dutch single, which is called Nog Elke Dag. In English, that would be Still Every Day. It's a song, it's a composition that came to me in July. I was actually working at that other song that I just talked about,
yes,
which is called Vostok, which is Russian for the East. I will tell you a little bit more about that later, maybe.
Yes, feel free.
And then suddenly I had this composition and this feeling, and the composition, which you can hear soon online, or maybe already some clips, some short clips are available maybe now, I think, somewhere. It's a song that actually describes the feeling of missing a person that maybe has passed away. You know, can be a partner, it can be a father, mother, can be even worse, a child, a friend, an acquaintance, and that feeling that you know this person will never really come back anymore. But the way the melody goes and the lyrics that I use give it some kind of a hope, give it some kind of um, um, how to say the English word troost. I think consolation, is that it?
Yes, could be.
Yeah, it could be. So that is what I've been working on. I'm releasing it together with that Vostok song, and the Vostok song is all you know, about all the shit that is going on, of course, now in the east of Europe. Vostok is called East, and before, I mean, before from 2007 on to 2019, I have visited Vladivostok a whole lot. I've been doing performances there. It's very close to Japan, but it's still Russia. Still got a lot of friends, fortunately, that I communicate with, and we all hope everything will be, you know, turning to the better, of course, soon. But that also inspired me to write that song in the Dutch language and the Russian language. So yeah, I hope to share it with you and all the people who are interested very, very soon, and that will definitely be from September 1 on.
Yeah. What we're doing in the new month, the first, I guess, month where we go from summer to autumn with a smashing hit from yourself. What we're bringing the new month, and that's only what, less than a week to go. Yeah, about when is it? I'm going to do a bit quick maths here. Yeah, so next Sunday it comes out. So just over a week to go. So it's not too bad, and I can't wait to see what the feedback will be for you. I'm sure it'll be very positive, and a lot of people saying it's lit and that they're listening to it every day of the week.
I got a good feeling about it, Edward. I've been sharing with some people around me, and you know, sometimes you just make these songs and they fit, they are right, and I feel that this song has it, and yeah, I can't wait to share it. That's a birth of an album is really, really very nice. It also is very satisfying to finish a song. I've just been finishing it maybe 3 days or 4 days ago. I was just
Oh wow!
listening and listening and listening, and then it was finished.
Is that would you say one of your quickest turnarounds, or has it been something else which you've done in the past, which has been even a quicker turnaround than 4 days? Or
No,
when you finish in 4 days, I'd say.
no, this was so the song, as I said, came quick,
Yeah.
and I also wanted to record it very quickly. So I didn't take a whole lot of time to record everything. The piano was done fast. The singing came out very nice. Second vocals came quick. We added some strings to it, which
Okay.
gives it a little bit of a magical touch. In the end, I used a little bit of this strings effect, which you hear in Bridge Over Troubled Water. In the very end too, the strong high strings that gives it a bit of drama. And yeah, it happened all very quickly. There was productions that took a lot of more time.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let me get this, I guess, straight. Okay. So when you're coming up for, I guess, a new song or a new album, where do you get the inspiration from then? Do you just get it from anywhere you go? Because I know you do a lot of walking in the countrysides and over here as well, where you are currently. But how do you think, yes, I'm going to do this in quick succession? I'm guessing you like a challenge.
You know, life, of course, is the inspiration, and I really surprised by, you know, the fact that we live it. Actually, it's quite a wonder. You know, I mean, we are here on a planet in the universe, and if you really think about it, so ever since I was young, I have always been inspired by that fact. I also studied philosophy, so it tells you a little bit about kind of a person that I am and where my interests lie. And of course, love is a great source of inspiration, especially when love doesn't come around so well if you want it.
Yeah.
Mm. And then for example, let's take it very simple. If you're in love with a girl, which reminds me of a song, by the way, on that album that I also talked about that I made with Jim.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking. One of those times that I was in Vladivostok, I was in love, and it made me compose a song which is called Girl. And Jim and I, we recorded Girl, and it's also on that album. You can listen to it right now tonight. People who listen, you can check it up on the internet, Girl. And it's so nice to be able to write and sing about what you feel, so that there is a way to actually connect with that person or that you're loving, even though that maybe in reality you can't find that connection that you so would like to have. So for me, love is a very good source of inspiration. Also, the more sad sides of life, I like to my audience, is very rich in live experiences. They are not in their 20s or their teenage years, the 30s. They come from 40, 50, even older, 60. And I see with my audience that the older you get, the more experience you have in life, and also tough experiences. And we just hold on, and we grow further in life, and it's nice to write songs for them. Music is a great way of dealing with the difficult sides of life. It can give you, again, that word. I mean, what is that word I'm looking for? I'll just look it up on the internet. Just one moment.
Yeah, no, you can. I don't want to say the wrong word, but no, it's not that. It's not what
Exactly.
and this is proof that this is completely live, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This is why these are things I don't script, because I love that this is authentic, because this is the true authentic.
Consolation, comfort, consolation.
There you go.
I find that very important in life. People sometimes need consolation and comfort. It's so important, and a lot of people get that from music. And I love to write music that can establish that. Yeah.
No, absolutely. It's a good angle to come from as well. And I know we were talking a little bit earlier about different ways and working with older generations, because they've got that experience, they've got that knowledge, and they're able to share that with all of us as well.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that's what I did. I wrote a lot of songs in Vladivostok. It was a place for me. It's some kind of a peninsula. It lies in the Japanese Sea. The sea is frozen in wintertime, really frozen. I loved to be there at wintertime. Summers were nice too. I wrote a lot of songs there. I wrote a lot of songs here in Holland too. And I keep writing songs. It's nice, as I told you, it's really nice to write. And I have so much inspiration yet, and working now towards the release of an album 2025. And those two songs that I'm releasing on September 1 are my first two songs for that album.
Perfect. That's a good teaser to entice people to check out your preview of what to expect from your full album when it comes out in 2025.
Yeah, I do like doing covers though.
Yeah.
I do a lot of covers. I like to do them in my own way, like I do my own songs, and I also write English songs. It's just a coincidence that the single that comes out, Nog Elke Dag, Still Every Day, is not English, but one day I really, really hope to tour England. In fact, as I England has a special place in my heart. I've been walking there a whole lot through cities, through villages, along the countryside, ever since I started a walk in 2006 in Holland. And I walked myself through Holland, Belgium, a little bit of France, and I took the ferry into Holyhead. And from Holyhead on, there was walks through England, Wales, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and by now I reached the very, very north, Lerwick in the Shetland Islands, and I already made the crossing to Norway. So I'm now walking in Norway.
Wow.
Yeah, but I miss those days, in fact, in England and in Britain, because your country is so pretty and beautiful, and yeah, can't wait to go there again. And one day I hope to tour your lovely, lovely, lovely churches with this cultural function and these great acoustics, and to perform for the audience there. I hope that will happen.
I'm sure it will. But going back to the fact about our lovely scenery and love our scenic, when of course people couldn't go abroad a few years ago, people went out and explored the great British Isles, because many people never really explored over here, because usually it's always miserable weather and they want to go somewhere where it's hotter. But when people couldn't go anywhere, actually the weather over here was gorgeous, and it took people out and about. And actually I think more people now will spend more time in their own country than now travelling abroad. Apparently that's not just in the UK, but apparently that's around the whole world now, where apparently the majority of people now spend their time exploring and getting to know the places in their own country now.
Yeah. Oh, I can very well imagine that. Well, especially for you guys there in England. I mean, there's so many lovely places to go. I could do that here in Holland too. Sometimes I drive to places, whether it's for a concert, and I just surprised by the beauty of these areas. Yeah, maybe that's what people should do a little bit more, to explore their own country.
Yeah, I think people be amazed, won't they, when they sit and explore their own place. They'll be amazed. Actually, there's some beautiful places right here on your doorstep, and you don't need to go thousands or thousands of miles to get those beauty spots or those iconic memories. You can do it all in your own country, because every country's got their own unique bits about them, which makes them unique to the rest of the world to come to their own country.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. You'll find me in England soon again.
Well, you never know. You mentioned about you're walking in Norway. Are you still in Norway as we speak, or are you now?
No. So this walk I'm talking about is just when I'm off, when I can go out.
Yeah.
I do that for a week or two, or a week or 10 days. I just take a toothbrush, take some stuff that I really need, of course.
Essentials.
Yeah, and I try to avoid big bags hanging on my bag. And I just walk for maybe 7 days, maybe one rest day, maybe 10 days. And then I leave my walk. I go back to Holland again, or wherever I need to be.
Yeah.
And I wait for the moment that I can pick up my walk again. And it is true, when I walk, obviously, ideas come also. Sometimes lyrics come up. Sometimes a melody comes up. Absolutely a melody, because I hear the chords with it. And I have my telephone and my own, my microphone.
Yeah.
I record those themes that I get. And then at home, when it's good enough, I work them out.
That's good. Yeah. And that's where all the magic then begins, after getting these ideas on your lovely walks or wherever you are. And when you get all these ideas pumping into you, then you write them all down or whatever, and then you go back to your studio, if you want to call it that, and then all the magical stuff happens there, and before you know it, boom, another single or album is coming.
That was one of the things when we were, in isolation 2 years ago. I managed to build myself a home studio, and cool. That was very cool. Edward, now I can do my own singing vocal recordings, and that has given me a lot of opportunity to more easily record songs. Yeah, So that's true. It's really good to be inspired, have ideas, and come home and actually you are able to work at it. Although lately I became a father,
Well,
and now we have Ella in the house, and so I need to pick my times to be able to work in the studio without interruption. Although I love Ella's little interruptions in the studio. Yeah, we are even starting the first recordings of this 2-year-old wonder.
good.
Yeah, that's very cute. But putting that aside, yeah, it's great to have your own studio. I love
Yeah.
it.
But the question is now is I think everyone would know, will she be will they be following in your footpaths in the future?
I oh, she sings. She sings nicely. She sings those traditional children's songs, and I sing. I I try to teach her sing in a playful way, but I see that she likes it, and but she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
She can do whatever she wants, and I'm really happy, with my daughter. It's a great gift. It takes a lot of responsibility. I now find, of course, all fathers will know this. And I'm 44 now. I was 42 when Ella was born, and I was ready for it. It was nice to become a father and to become a family man, and it enriches life. And strangely enough, although you have a lot of time that needs to go to her and your family, it seems to motivate me more, make me inspired even more to write songs. So it's funny how that works. It's not like when you have a holiday or for a long time that is the moment to be creative.
Mm.
Usually that's not the moment to be creative. Usually the moment to be creative is when you are maybe worried about something or you're stressed, and then you find that moment, you sit behind the piano, and then you can write something. I
Yeah.
love doing it.
Back to your daughter for a second.
Right.
The way you're describing her lovely singing, it looks like that she has your traits, which is good to see. So it could carry on into the future if, of course, she decides to follow your footpaths in the future.
I'll definitely be her biggest supporter. I'll be in the very front row of her audience.
There you go. There you go. I love that. I love that. But I mean, as you were, I guess, breaking in and deciding to pursue music, was there any inspirations you had when you were growing up, or anything like that? Say, wow, I want to do what this person does, or how did you, I guess, wanted to pursue music?
Just music was so natural to me. I think when I was so young, still lying in the crib, I was in the when I was a toddler, I think I already was impressed with music. My father and mother played a lot of music. My first 5 years I lived in Norway, by the way. There was this Danish singer, Kim Larsen,
Oh
who
yeah.
I listened who I listened to a whole lot. His melodious music and nice rhythm in it.
Hmm.
But one of the most earliest memories of music was the stunning and haunting music of the movie Once Upon a Time in the West by Morricone. And I got that music to me, not in the context of the movie, of course, which is quite dramatic. And if you don't have that context, the music becomes for me even more powerful. So, yeah, there's a lot of music that influenced me, and I never really made a choice or I had a desire to become a musician or a singer or a pianist. It went quite automatically. When I was 7, 8, I started to sing in a choir, and I started to sing solo in that choir, probably because the director, heard that I could do that.
Yeah.
And then when I was 10, 11, and 12, I think my mother also saw that I liked it, and she arranged some stuff for me. For example, I ended up playing in a musical, Les Miserables, in Amsterdam. At that time I was 11 or 12,
Wow.
and so I rolled into this thing which was called like professional music business, not as a child, of course, but when you become a teenager and you're getting closer to your 19th year or 20th year, you have that memory and you know where you're coming from, and it's more easy to pick it up. And I was lucky to end up as Tommy, you know, the leading role in the rock opera Tommy, written by The Who.
Yeah.
And we did that in Holland. And then I didn't pursue a career immediately further on, but I started my study philosophy. It was a great time as well. And then sometimes I would pause because there would be another musical like Rembrandt, the musical Rembrandt, which was quite big in Holland. 2007, I played the son of Rembrandt, Titus van Rijn. Rembrandt, the famous painter. The last musical I did was 2011. And after that, I really started my own tours and my own concerts in Holland. And now we do about 100 concerts a year.
Wow.
Maybe 80 to 100 concerts a year.
That's still a lot.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. And I do that with a wonderful team. My manager, we already talked about it when we just established the connection. She is wonderful, and then the team around me and her is wonderful. Actually, I'm at one of those people's home right now because the location where I wasn't very fit for an interview because there was some rebuilding there, some renovation.
Yeah, we don't want to have a lot of banging and drilling going on in the background. That'd be quite annoying. But you'd be pleased to know, however, we have had a guest on the show from his house, and then we hear a lot of beeping outside his house, like some alarm went off outside his house. And I've also had on this show as well people getting phone calls. Every time I used to have someone at lunchtime, their phone used to go off. Like, of all the times it go off, it had to go off when we're live on the show. It's like people did it on purpose. Say, oh yeah, that's just me messing around. Or we've had people lose connection because their battery died on the phone or the signal went. So I've had to end the show not on purpose.
I got 100% battery.
Well, one time on the show ended abruptly because I thought my guest lost connection, okay? And I thought I was still alive. So I was saying, well, it looks like my guest lost connection, blah, blah, blah. And it turned out it was me. I lost connection. So it finished in mid-sentence out of nothing out of the blue. I couldn't restart it because I would start another stream, which I didn't want to do. So it just ended on a cliffhanger. So yeah. Hopefully that won't happen tonight, obviously, yeah.
How long did that last before you got to understand it was your connection?
I think good 5 minutes.
Oh.
I was going to say, I'm now going to end the stream because there's nobody else. Obviously, it's not coming back on the air. So I was about to end the stream and I realized, actually, I'm not even live. I just spent 5 minutes of my time explaining that this other person is not here, and it's actually me. So,
Did you record it, though?
Yeah. It was live, so it finished right where I lost connection. So in mid-sentence. So out of the whole stream, I couldn't come back on the air because it was too late. Because I think you can do it within 30 seconds. If you lose connection, it will take you 30 seconds. But it was like 5 minutes, and I thought, well, I was going to start a brand new stream, and I don't want that. And so, yeah, so a lot of people were probably thinking, what on earth just happened on that particular day?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, connections and stuff like that. No, I very well prepared our Zoom meeting. So.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good technology. I love it. So let's talk about, because you briefly mentioned it before, about Jim. I got the graphic on your screen because when you mentioned it, I had the other graphic. So we've now got everybody's talking. Of course, people can listen to that right now as we speak, but we advise you to do it after this conversation. So if you're watching this live, then please listen to it after the conversation. But for people who have never, I guess, heard of yourself or that particular track, can you give it a bit of a teaser without giving too much away for people to go and listen to it and then hopefully come and listen to your new single on September the 1st?
Well, first, everybody's talking, right? That
yeah.
album. Dreamy. Beautiful. The arrangement. Written by Harry Nilsson, a classic. Everybody's Talking. We did a guitar. I believe there was some. No, the background vocals were in other songs. Let me take you to some of the other songs on that Everybody's Talking album. I mentioned Girl.
Yeah.
Really an important song to me. And we have, surprisingly enough, maybe, Ozzy Osbourne's Dreamer.
Wow.
I'm just a dreamer. It's a very nice song, and we did a video clip, and it's online too. A very nice video clip, Dreamer.
And that's on your YouTube channel, is that correct?
Yeah.
Perfect,
Yeah.
because if you go to the YouTube comments of this video and you go to the description of the video to say, there is, I have tagged my guest here. So if you click on the tag, it will take you straight to his channel. I'm doing something new now for 2024. So I'm going to start tagging my guests' YouTube channels so that then at least you can then hopefully click on that link and it will take you straight to their channel and then you can listen to it.
There's a lot of music there of mine. It could be that the Dreamer video clip, that Dreamer, the song written by Ozzy Osbourne, which we did the cover on, it could be that that is on another YouTube. I think it's maybe on another YouTube because Jim actually released it through Warrior Records.
Yeah.
But just look for Roon Staal with 2 O's and 2 A's and with Dreamer. So other songs that we did is one was written on that album. One was written by a colleague of Jim, whose name was Bill Mayer, if I remember.
Yeah.
Well, he wrote The Secret of Life. It's one of my favorites on that album as well. Wonderful guy also. There is McCartney's and also Lennon's Eleanor Rigby, where Jim really put a little bit of a up-tempo rhythm in that song, which is good for that album. And he also did that with Gilbert O'Sullivan's Alone Again, Naturally. In which studio, by the way, Gilbert O'Sullivan's living in Jersey, in whose studio I recorded my first 2 albums, because by that time I got acquainted with him. It was a while ago, and he made it able for me to record some of my songs in his in his studio. It was a very nice time, and only later with Jim we did the Alone Again Naturally song. And then there's another song which is called I Believe in Miracles.
Oh yeah, very popular.
Yeah, so it's really a nice song. I definitely try and listen to it. It's different from my repertoire that I released in the previous years before. My music is very much easy listening, sometimes just piano and voice, to keep it very simple. This song is more arranged, more poppy, and I'm really happy with it.
If I can mention as well, because of course on my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you will see that I've of course sampled some of your songs, and it's very smoothing, it's very soft, it's nice and relaxing, which is sometimes we need. And a plus as well, if people are needing, I guess, something to listen to while they're doing a tour, or if they're doing some revising or whatever, they could pop your music on and they can be playing in the background, because it's not going to be, too heavy metal or too wacky, or something which you will probably want to sing into. It's nice and relaxing, it's nice and smoothing, and I guess that's why a lot of people I guess like your style of music and come out to your shows when you're touring abroad, to see you in person as well, to actually feel that connection with you.
Yeah, that's what we do. Well, credits to all of those who can do all those other types of music, because that's obviously not where my talent lies, but my talent does lie with that kind of music. And what you're saying about the concerts, which I said I'd love, I really will try my best to get some concerts established in England. But that's what I like to do, to have these intimate concerts where you are very close to the audience and you have connection with the audience. It's where my strength lies. It's where my power lies.
Yeah.
You are correct with that. I love bringing that kind of music.
No, you do, and you do a terrific job as well. And let's talk about your tour, because I got it here on your screen. It's, of course, you can't see us now because the graphic is quite good. But this starts this fall, As you can see, that I'm not going to read them out because they are in a different language, but you can see him now on your screen. If you're watching this on YouTube, he's been egging me on even before we came on the air to say, oh yeah, you should read it. No, no, thank you. But yeah, I know you are. But yeah, he's been egging me on all evening of this. But yeah, but some great places as well. I do like the colourful map as well of the pinpoint locations where you'll be going to as well. So I do like the colour coding. So whoever's good with that is done a terrific job, and I hope that all the shows are going to be a sellout, and people will come out and support you and give you a lot of love as well, and even maybe bring in new fans as well and come and see for the first time.
That would be really great, Edward. I'm much ready for it. But when we come to England and we'll make such a flyer for England, I'll definitely don't do it in Dutch. I will use the English.
Well, I'm not complaining. It's a great, it's great marketing. Because obviously you're touring in that part of the world at the moment, so obviously it makes sense to have it in that language. But hopefully, when you come to the UK to do a tour, hopefully you come to London, Birmingham, Manchester, maybe Edinburgh or Glasgow as well. To give us a bit of your music, because we love that. Maybe in 2025 that might happen.
We need you in the team.
well, we can talk about that. I want to know, before we move on, of course, you can find my guest on social media. We mentioned YouTube already, but you're also on Facebook at Roon Staal Music, also on X as well. Roon Staal. Now, I have noticed you're not as active on X than on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram as well, Roon Staal Music as well. And wherever else you can find Roon Staal on as well. Of course, his YouTube channel link is in the description of this video. So you can go straight to his YouTube channel. You can see all his latest music and all his best bits there as well. So do check it out and support him on all those platforms as well. But I guess then with X, what is up with X then? Because I ask this a lot of time, and many people don't like using X. So what's your opinion of X?
My opinion about X is that something's going on there right now, because I'm looking at it sometimes. Honestly speaking, I'm not very active. We're not very active on X from a music point of view.
Yeah.
I do have a personal account there, and things are changing there ever since there is a new owner. And I'm not sure if it's it wasn't my favorite platform, and I don't think it is going to turn into my favorite platform either. So, but we're there. So anyone who wants to reach out to me on X, he or she can do so.
Yeah. Well, I plugged you on X, so I've done that bit for you. I'm also on Facebook and also on Instagram as well. But I just wondered, because when I post, I do like to take a look to see how active my guests are on each platform, and I like to call them out when they're not active on one platform. I wonder why they're not. So okay, good answer.
I'll do a post tonight or tomorrow.
Well, I look forward to seeing that on your X account. I look forward to that. He's writing notes down, by the way. He's writing notes down. But before we let you go and enjoy the rest of your evening, because I know it's almost 10 o'clock in the evening where you are at the moment, so I don't want to keep you for too much longer. When people who were plugging yourself for your new album or your new single, and of course your new tour, which is coming out, of course, this year, and they said, "Oh, we've been trying to get you to come on this particular show for a while. This guy doesn't seem interested," or whatever. Eventually, we made it happen. So when you got the news that you were to come on my show, were you ecstatic? Were you excited, or were you think, "Who on earth is this person? Let me Google him, make sure he's legit before I accept," or what was going through your mind?
What took so long? No. I was interested very much because I have not been doing interviews with English media, and that is really what I'm looking for. So I'm grateful to Jim because he actually is part of arranging it. I'm grateful to you that you would like me to have and spend an evening with me, and yeah, I liked the way how you were promoting it, and I'm very glad that one of your nights is now with Roon Staal. It's very good.
Well, I try my best, and the funny thing is, I'll tell you the truth because people say I'm very honest. So this is coming very honestly that since I launched a website at the beginning of this year, I think it was, I have had more inquiries of having guests on the show, and it's amazing because I have no idea how they come across my content. So when Jim and all those other great people behind who are part of that emailed me at the blue one time asking who they represented and if I want to have this particular person on the show, I'm like, the first thing I'm like, well, hang on a minute, how did you come across my work? I've never asked that question to them, by the way, but I'm always intrigued to find out how you come across my email, how you come across this, why do you think I'm the best for this? So it's just been a mad year, I guess, but it's been very productive. I've been the most busiest I've ever been in whole 5 years. I thought 2020 was quite busy because everybody had time. They had nothing else better to do, did they? But I feel like in the last year, things have picked up in a good way because people are touring more, people going out, meeting and greeting and, mingling, which is great to see. So I'm glad that you enjoyed what you saw. I am intrigued, though, if you can remember the particular content you saw.
Well, maybe it's also your name. It's quite a good name for a show.
Okay, I like that.
Fowler. It's a very nice name.
Thank you.
I was wondering, am I the first guest from Holland for you?
That's a good question. I can't give a assertive yes because I have had someone on from either Norway or from that area, so I think you might be, but I don't want to say yes for definite in case someone said, "Oh, actually, no, you've not. You've had on somebody else first."
And I like also I like your logo, the painting or the image of that.
Yes. That is Media City UK in Salford.
Yeah, it's really nice. That was one of the things that also draw the attention.
Well, I tried to make the show very much professional as possible, even though this show is not professional at all. There's no scripts. It's great, I can say whatever I want. I could get cancelled tomorrow. So that's the downside of it. But I am intrigued though. The content you saw. What did you think of the content of? Do you remember any particular videos you saw or clips? Or
no, not really. I very quickly went through it, and I was very interested in your style, and then I saw that you're a nice guy to talk to, so I felt very safe and comfortable. I wasn't afraid anymore.
Good. Well, I hope I lived up to your expectations from what you saw.
Absolutely. Yeah, good. Absolutely. I haven't even finished my tea because I just like talking.
Yes, well, that's what happens when you have good chemistry. It's hard to break that up, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, for your positive energy, your positive feedback, and your attention. And it has really been nice talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Same to you. Yeah. I do have one last thing to ask you, and that is there anybody you would love to collaborate with, or are you just a solo artist? I mean, I know you have collaborated with Jim, obviously, but is there any other people you would love to collaborate with?
Yeah, I do. I am a solo artist, but of course there would be singers who I would love to cooperate with. Can't do that anymore. There was this wonderful singer whose name was Ava Cassidy, which is not with us anymore, but she was a wonderful singer. Do you know her, Ava Cassidy?
It does ring a bell, the name, but I will say this. Somebody else I had on the show recently said about how they were perform with the lead singer of what was it called, Linkin Park, and I said, well, technically you can, because with all this great technology nowadays, you're able to bring their voices in. So there's a possibility that she still could appear in one of your songs. Because
Yeah.
technology nowadays is amazing, isn't it? Because look at the Beatles. They released the last ever album featuring voices from 40 or 50 years ago, never heard before until now.
Yeah, and they're doing that. Yeah, the future is unknown, but
Yeah.
we see the direction kind of, and I wonder how that will all be.
Mm.
Yeah, I will think about it though. It's a good question.
Thank you.
With-
Well, what you should do then is once you've thought about it, you should post it on your social media, okay, to let all your fans know who you want to collaborate with.
I'll do that.
And maybe as well, is a suggestion for you, maybe tag those artists as well to get their attention, and maybe you might get some drummings, or maybe some some possibilities from them as well, maybe.
I'm thinking and thinking already. You'll find it.
Good. I look forward to that. Can't wait. There you go. I gave an idea for this evening. Make sure as well to, if you're not already, if you're not going to be at one of these shows at the moment and you're in the area, then get yourself down there. I'm sure there's tickets still available. So if there is, you should be there, or you're going to be squared and you're going to miss a hell of a performance from Roon Staal when he goes on tour this autumn. Starts, of course, in September, and it runs until the end of, I believe, October, if I'm reading that correctly, but I could be wrong. Also, as well, on September the 1st, he is dropping that amazing amazing single on September the 1st, and if you can name it once again, because you've got it with that unique oof, which I love.
Yeah. What do I do? Sorry, what did you do? I was just thinking again about.
No, I just say we're promoting the single. If you can just name it one more time for us.
Nog elke dag.
There you go. I love it. And that comes out on September the 1st. You can still pre-order it today. And when it comes out, I believe it'll be on CD as well, won't it?
It will. Yeah, we're still going the classic way. We made a CD.
What
of
about
it.
vinyl?
No. Just CD.
Well, vinyl, vinyl's taking off again, Apparently vinyl is now even more popular than CDs, if you can imagine it, or even streaming, because I can't believe that, because I remember years ago, they saying vinyl is now way out of fashion, but then all of a sudden, it's now back into fashion. You can go into shops here in the UK, and you can now buy vinyl, and even record players.
It's in again, right?
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what's changed. But yeah.
I was wondering, there's this British singer, Katie Melua, right?
Yeah.
Is she still doing shows?
I believe so. I haven't seen anything that she's not.
I was impressed with her voice that was years ago, but
Yeah.
that would be someone who I would love to cooperate with.
There we go. There you go.
I'm looking for voices, nice voices.
Yeah. Which will match the type of music which you do, which matches your vocals as well.
So, Katie, if you're listening, reach out. I should reach out to you. Yeah.
Well, either way it will work. Is the best thing. And as well, make sure you find my guest on social media. You can see the graphic there on your screen. Facebook, X, Instagram. Of course, you can find him on YouTube in the description below of this very video. And I'm sure if he's done it, which I'm sure he has, all his links are also on his YouTube channel. So you can click it from there and it will take you straight to his social media for you to follow him and share him. All that good stuff as well. Across all streaming platforms as well, wherever you listen to your music on.
Absolutely.
Now then, if you enjoyed this episode, then make sure to smash that like button, share the video around, tell all my people, if you watch this show because you've been a regular viewer of this show, then you should go over to Roon, check him out, see what you think. Do you love relaxing music? Because if you do, I'm sure you won't be disappointed by Roon. Also, as well, if you're new around here and you like my content, want to see more of my great videos and possible guests, because I got loads lined up 3 at least at the moment. We are working on 2 others as well in the coming weeks. So you want to stick around, then smash that subscribe button. We've got over 263 subscribers. And as well, if you want to see more of my great clips and who will be on the show next, because that's most important, then you should follow me on my social media right there on Facebook, X, and Instagram there as well. But until the next episode, which I can tell you right now will be on Tuesday, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your afternoon or evening and have a good weekend as well.